Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Taffel, and today we are doing another episode of Faculty Talks. Today we have Greg MacDonald as our guest. So, Dr. MacDonald, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I've been a faculty member in the agronomy department now for going on 22 years. I started out uh, as pretty much a 70% research, 30% teaching role. I did a lot of work on invasive species management, biology, and control. I also did quite a bit of work on uh, groundnut, peanut, and that kind of moved me into somewhat of a more international direction. I was able to be PI on a project in Ghana. I mean in Guyana, and then a next one in Ghana. So I've done a fair amount of international work. In addition, my career as we've gone through the 20 plus years has migrated into doing a lot more teaching. So I've been on the DPM curriculum committee for as long as I can think at this point. So I teach courses that are involve a lot of the DPM students, and fortunately, I'm able to actually interact with almost all of the DPM students. So I get to know you on a first name basis. So that's kind of my current position at this point. I'm 70% teaching, 30% research.
So, could you tell us a little more about those past experiences and why did you choose this field?
Sure. I guess if we want to go further back in experiences, I basically grew up in upstate New York in the Finger Lakes region. Uh, Dairy, commercial vegetable production. A lot of mine all ran dairy farms, so I spent a lot of time, a lot of summers milking cows and helping out on the farms. I then did a 2-year degree in ag engineering at a small state school, and found out that I wasn't really good at engineering and decided to go into more plant science based. And so I went to Cornell and got my bachelor's degree in plant science, focusing on vegetable crop production. But I took a course in weed science. I also worked with a weed scientist up there, and really kind of really enjoyed that experience. Really enjoyed that coursework and that discipline. So I was given the opportunity to come to the University of Florida, and I received a master's and a PhD in weed science at the University of Florida. One was focusing on weed management in forage and pasture systems, but also agronomics. And then my PhD was on more in-depth biochemistry and physiology of an invasive species called hydrilla. So um, once I graduated, I took a job with the University of Georgia. So I was a faculty member up there at their station in Tifton, Georgia, and there I was 100% extension, where I had statewide responsibilities for weed management in all the horticultural and agronomic crops. So I was doing county meetings, putting together publications, putting together uh, other types of outreach items with respect to peanut weed control, strawberries, soybeans, cotton, et cetera, et cetera. So it was a lot of fun, but I really wanted to get back to a main campus environment and teach. So this position came open, and I applied, and fortunately was able to move into this position back at the University of Florida.
So, now that you're back to UF, how are you involved with the DPM program?
It actually started way back in 1999, I guess. With I had a meeting with George Agrios, with Campanera, and myself, and we talked about some of the curriculum, and it's kind of phased and morphed. Agrios was there for a few years, then Bob McGovern took over and ran the program for quite some time. Then it was Gary Leiby for an interim, and then it moved to Dr. Hodges most recently. So I've been involved in mainly in the curriculum side, but I've supervised several students. been on several student committees. I still work quite a bit with the admission process and other items. I also coordinate the plant and soil science exam. So I'm the coordinator and work with other faculty to help develop and put forth that exam for the DPM students.
So speaking of DPM exams, do you currently teach any courses that are needed for the DPM exam?
Yeah, I teach integrated weed management, which is the weed science course that's required by all of the students. There's another course, plant herbicide interactions, which many of the DPM students also take as part of their curriculum. Um, Most recently, Fred Fishel in our department has retired, and so I'm picking up the lead on principles of pesticides, which is also a course that many of the DPM students take. So I guess in a nutshell, I do teach a fair number of the courses that would be required, and also that a lot of the students take. And some of them actually last year, I had 2 DPM students take my crop production course at the graduate level. So they were involved for the first time in that. So I can see that maybe being another course that students would take from the DPM side.
Well, that's a good variety of classes. So on the research side, are there any opportunities to work with you?
As of right now, not completely sure on that because most of my funding in the past few years has kind of gone more international agronomy. So I work. I'm on 2 USAID projects, one in Ghana, one in Malawi, and so as far as um, an internship or that kind of thing, it involves so much travel dollars and things like that that it really has to be one of my own students or it's myself. And if there's an opportunity between whether I get to go or a student gets to go, then you know tag I'm it. I'm going to go. So now it's just more of a logistics and a funding issue that really kind of limits direct involvement just due to the nature of my research.
That's understandable. And probably right now, a lot of things are on hold, especially internationally. So to finish up, do you have any additional information that you would like to share about the DPM program or any advice to new DPM students?
I would say that the big advice that I would have for DPM students and any students in general, particularly in graduate studies, would be to go get a chance to get out and interact with as much of the public clientele as you can. Go to trade shows, give extension talks, go to county meetings, go to other outreach type venues, and go to conferences. And I think any opportunity that you get to present in the public forum, I think is going to be beneficial, particularly if that's something that you're going to want to do. And even regardless, if you're a 100% researcher and you're in the lab all the time, you still need to interact and give talks and seminars and things like that. So I think any opportunity that students get to go out and do beneficial. And the other thing is that it also gives you exposure. So you meet folks, and it's all about how things work. And I mean, I can, from my own experience, it's like one phone call can change everything. I got one phone call in 2002 and said, "You want to go to Guyana?" And I said, "Where the hell's Guyana?" And they said, "Well, South America, and you'd be doing peanut work because the weed guy up here doesn't want to do it." And I said, "Sure, let's go." And the next thing I know, I've been doing international work for 20 years. So I'd say that take opportunities when they come along, and go to as many conferences as they'll allow you to go to.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. MacDonald, for
You're
sharing all of this information.
you're entirely welcome.
And that's all we have for today. So Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more episodes.